Hey guys, welcome back. Appreciate you stopping by. Got a fun one today. We're gonna focus on something a little non-traditional, but it still applies to fishing, and in my opinion, it's probably one of the most important things you can really pay attention to when you're fishing, and that is what kind of shoes are you wearing. You know, I just got back from Gunnersville. I had fished in the BFL at the front of the boat as a boater, and then stuck around for a couple days after and fished in the Toyota Series as a co-angler. So I was on the front of the boat, the back of the boat, spent a lot of time on the trolling motor. You know, with Gunnersville, you have a lot of grass, you're moving around, covering water. And, you know, it's not unusual when you're, first of all, a guy like my size, I'm 6'1", about 240. It's a lot of pressure on your knees. So like I said, I do pay attention to the shoes that I'm wearing. About 12 years ago, I had ACL reconstruction. And I have no meniscus right now in my knee. And, you know, spending 8 hours on the boat, it takes its toll. And, you know, so I have found over the last 3 to 4 years, I have found 4 pairs of shoes that I like to use in 4 unique scenarios. And I'm going to go through that with you. I'll also post the information for each pair of shoe in the description as well. So, but the reason I came up with this is, you know, when I was in Gunnersville, I was there for a week, and the weather was significantly different the day I got there to the day I left. And we experienced, you know, below freezing temperatures, high winds, a little bit of snow, a lot of rain the first couple days. And then towards the end of the week, we were fishing in 76, 77 degree temperature and sun. So a lot of the mornings we were making long, cold runs. And so I'm going to start and go through, but before I do, if you could please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. We're getting some awesome traction, getting really good feedback as well, especially on the tackle storage videos. But I'm going to start with the first shoe that I like to use. So the first shoe that I like to have is, it's not actually really a shoe, it's a sandal. So if you fish a lot in the summer, late spring, early fall, and you like to wear sandals, you know, easily slip on, slip off. These sandals are, in my opinion, they're the best. And I'm going to go through that and talk to you about that. So I have a pair here of what would be considered a normal sandal, but I just had these laying around. The sandal that I use, it's called a REEF Cruiser, and it's been around for a little while, but you can see the difference between the sole and all the extra padding. So these here, they have a shock absorbing sole, and they contour to your foot. Very important, especially if you're on a trolling motor and you're moving around a lot. The biggest thing with these sandals are, first of all, I keep them on the boat all the time. So if I'm putting the boat in and I'm comfortable slipping them on and I need to get in the water, I'll throw them on. But as soon as I get on the boat, I put them on, I use them, love them, extremely comfortable. It adds like almost an extra inch of padding when you're fishing on the deck of the boat and on the trolling motor. In addition to if you have padding on your deck as well. So I use these a lot when I'm in the garage. I have concrete floors, and it's like walking on clouds. Now, obviously where I would not use this shoe is going to be on those cold morning runs, since it's open toe. But it's the hot deck sandal. You know, when it's warm out and you want something that's really grippy, comfortable, highly recommend. So I'm going to move on to the second shoe that I like to wear, and I don't know if I'm even pronouncing this company name. It's OluKai. It's OluKai, and it's not a shoe. It's actually a slipper. And the first time I started wearing these, I had them and I'm like, well, I'm gonna throw them on. It was a late fall, and I needed some warmth. They are actually fleece lined, and now not a ton of sole, but that's okay. Extremely comfortable. They have a nice padded sole that it does come with. But these slippers, I was watching a YouTube video, and I had already been using these for a while, so I identified them in the video, but I was watching Matt Allen. He was fishing in a video in late fall, I believe, and he actually had a pair of these on. But, you know, I sent him a message, and he's like, yeah, I use these all the time. And so they're super warm, comfortable, they're fleece lined. And I like them because you can slip them on. They have the fold back that it comes with as well. Now, obviously, where you're not going to wear these is going to be in a rainstorm, downpour, because the exterior is leather, or anywhere that you might be getting on and off the boat and there's some mud. You know, I try to keep my slippers and shoes pretty clean if I can. So, but this is going to be my cold morning run shoe. And, you know, it's easy on, easy off, super warm. Actually, I would say probably if you are wearing them above 55, 60, your feet are gonna sweat. So I normally will just go to a different shoe at that point. But that's number 2. All right, on to the third pair. I came across these by accident. My wife, she loves HOKAs, and I was looking at them one day and I'm like, well, those are kind of odd looking. The soles are, I don't know, they almost look like they're 2 inches tall. But I thought, well, I bet you that would be a good shoe to wear when I'm fishing. So I decided to buy a pair. And so the third pair is the HOKA 9. It's a HOKA Bondi 9. And, you know, it's got a mesh exterior in some places, so you get some good breathability. But more importantly, look at the size of this sole. This is like walking on a cloud. When you're on your boat, every step you're almost springing back and floating. They're amazing. I wear these probably more than any of the 4 pair, just because I can wear it in pretty much any type of weather. Even if it's cold, I'll just throw a warmer sock on. But I've actually turned a few guys on to this shoe that I fish with in local club tournaments. They stick out like a sore thumb. So if you're wearing these and you're fishing, it's hard not to immediately have them catch your eye. And so if you don't care about what they look like and you want comfort, this is it. This shoe is amazing. I would say that this shoe probably is the number 1 reason why I don't have knee issues when I'm fishing, just because of the amount of cushion that comes with it. Now, where I'm not going to use this shoe is when it's raining heavy and it's soaked. You know, the traction's good. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like if it's really cold and you need a lot of traction, this 4th shoe I'm going to show you is actually probably the best. But it is, in my opinion, it's a tennis shoe. It's not a fishing shoe, but it performs, in my opinion, better than any of the other ones. The one thing I could say about the HOKA Bondi 9 is that it is the comfort king of fishing shoes. If you don't have to worry about rain and freezing temps. Okay, last one, number 4. This one I ran across by accident. I was searching the internet for a snowshoe, something that was waterproof, windproof, Gore-Tex, anything that was like a tennis shoe, but also could provide me the comfort, but the warmth. And I ran across this shoe here. It comes in a couple different colors. It is made by L.L.Bean, and it's called the L.L.Bean Men's Snow Sneaker 5. and they have one that's a slip-on, and they have the lace-up. I like the lace-up one option, but I use that anytime it is windy, cold, snow, ice, those early spring cold mornings where it's cold, wet, ugly out. Your feet will stay dry and completely warm. I have no idea what kind of lining is in here, but they're extremely comfortable. They got good arch support as well. So, but nasty mornings, that's the shoe. Now, here's when I'm not wearing that. Obviously, those warm days, your feet are going to cook. It's going to be super warm, hot. That is the last shoe that I'm going to be putting on. And also, compared to all four of the options, that's probably it's not a heavy shoe, but it's obviously heavier than the other ones. So if you're looking for a light option, that's not going to be it. But I don't know if a shoe will exist that can give you warmth, basically Gore-Tex, insulate, wind protection, waterproof, and it not be a little heavier than normal. Best way I can sum this shoe up is this is my I refuse to be miserable shoe. I'm going to go to this one anytime it looks miserable out. That's it. I appreciate you tuning in. If you have any questions in the links, go ahead and make a comment. Once again, please subscribe to the channel. But I hope this information was valuable to you, and I look forward to making some more of these type of videos. Have a good day. Be safe.